大家好，我是康 Yun. Hello everyone, it's Kang Yun, and welcome back to Demon's Souls. In the last episode, we finished up the Valley of Defilement, we did the White World Tendency events, we took out Maiden Estrella and her brave, honorable knight Garl Vinland. Such a sad fight, that one. Heart-wrenching that you have to just basically go in and murder this person that's just trying to bring help and hope for this wretched, depraved world. Yeah. So really, all that I have left to do is turn Stonefang to pure black, which we should be. We're at neutral. I hope Boletaria is still able to get to pure whites. I think it might. I'm not sure, but those both look neutral. I can't tell. I wish you could determine that somehow more easily. But yeah, we're trying to get Stonefang to pure black. We need to kill the blue dragon here and take out Alance to finish that. Then that will be all the bosses. But before we do that, I'd like to do some more co-op. And I don't. Well, I'd like to do more co-op in the swamp, and I want to get more spice. I keep forgetting to get more spice. Okay, we have enough. Let's repair our gear. I just do that. I do that. Happy winning manners. I do that habitually because I don't know. It's a habit that I got into. We are getting low on fresh spice finally, so we'll have to go back and buy more. How many do we have? Bring one more. Bring 30 of each. We'll just bring all of those, I guess, since we're gonna be co-oping, or hopefully we'll be co-oping, I suppose. Yeah, we're good on grass. Maybe some more Royal Lotus. I can only bring 2 more. Okay. We'll put our sign back down in the swamp. And so hopefully this doesn't take a long time. If it ends up that I don't get summoned. What? Come on. If I don't get summoned fairly quickly, I mean, I'll try putting my sign down in some different spots. But, yeah. If I don't get a summon fairly quickly, I'll try a different level. But I would like to do more co-op in this level and beat the Dirty Colossus in co-op, because that I got summoned twice or 3 times. Died to a Black Phantom, died from falling off on the way up to the large sword of Moonlight, and then I realized I probably didn't want to get my body form because I didn't want to change the world tendency. So I ended up just kind of deliberately getting myself killed by aggroing a bunch of those giant depraved ones. So yeah. Hopefully we get somebody. If I don't get somebody here in a few minutes, I'm going to go put it out there towards the start of the scaffolding area where you start to descend down into the cavern. This, like, growth on this rock. I didn't ever notice that before. How many? 141. We're already at over 140. I think in my original Demon Souls character or profile, it's saved for it, regardless of how many different builds you made. You could only make 4 in the original game, but like it would so I had 4 different builds, and regardless which one I was playing on, the online number counter or like this counter for how many times you've been summoned, I guess is what that is. I think it works. It's the same as blue or red sign, regardless. It'll still count, I believe. But in the original, on my original Demon Souls profile, and that's actually the same. I didn't know you could get up here. Wow. I think it would still, if the Demon Souls servers were still online, which they're not, like the original ones, even though I got a different PS3 and had a different save profile, it still kept, because it was the same username, it still kept my online number counter, and I think my number counter was like in the thousands. I don't remember how much, but yeah, I did a lot of online play with that in this game over the years. I remember summoning one guy once that he had like, I think it was like 4,000 summons, and you would see him on a lot. His sign was always down in the Shrine of Storms. Shrine of Storms 4-1. That was the spot where everybody did co-op, or PvP rather, because it was a big open area. Most people held fight clubs there. I've said that before. The most popular weapons that I can recall were, obviously the Dragon Bone Smasher was a popular one for strength builds. The Great Axe, the katanas were popular. I fought some players. The Blue Blood Sword for those kind of builds. I know in this game there's some sort of glitch where you can like break it, because you get so much, like you get such an insane luck stat or something. There was obviously pole arms, the Mirrodin Hammer and the Halberd. A lot of people didn't like fighting those, and some players wouldn't fight you if you had pole arms because they were pretty broken in terms of how you could just infinitely stun. If you knew what you were doing, you could stun lock players to death pretty easily with those, because of how fast and how much range they had. Other weapons that I remember that were popular. The Night Sword, maybe. The Claymore. I did a Iron Knuckles build once. I remember trying to use the Great Club. The Great Club doesn't, you can't upgrade it, so I just had like a really high strength build and tried to use that, and it does okay damage, and you can like knock players back pretty good with it, but it's pretty hard to use the Great Club viably in like 120 meta PvP because it's just such a weak weapon. Same thing with the Blind. As cool as the Blind is, it just doesn't it doesn't cut it, even though it's a slicing weapon. I had a 99 dex build, I think I made, and even with 99 dex, that weapon was like, I had to like keep low vitality just to like, I think I made, my build was like 140. Did it just disappear? What was that? My build was like 140, which was just within the range of the online meta of 120. And I had such low vitality that, I don't know, I don't remember the blind ever being that good in PvP because of how low a durability it had, and it just, it has good scaling, but that scaling just doesn't make up for it. Wow, putting it out here was basically the answer, it seems. Oh hey, that was strange. It didn't tell me who summoned me. Hopefully this doesn't disconnect suddenly. Is it gonna send me back? Riva Extron 00. It looks like it's gonna send me back, or I'm gonna get a disconnection error. Oh no, he's there. We'll use some spice. It's a magic build. What's his tendency? Oh, he's in like white. No wonder those guys died in one hit. Does he got a beard? It's hard to see his face in the dark. Yeah, he's got a beard. He's got glowing red eyes. What is he doing? He's got some creepy eyes. Oh yeah, all of these guys. It is so nice to one-shot these things. It's also nice to not get poisoned here. Yeah, let's go over here. Try to aggro a bunch. I think more come up from the water too, or the sludge. Oh, he's over there. I'll go help him. Let's go take out this butcher. There's where those 3 depraved ones are, where I would encounter them. Got her. More of these jellyfish. So he's gonna just loot the swamp. I'm pretty sure most of the enemies are dead. I guess I can try to wade through and kill the rest of the jellyfish. I can kill him with an R1, but the R2 has more range. Yeah, like that. And because your character takes a hop forward, which is what's deceptive about this spear. The R2, you hop forward and jut it out. Because if you look, the R1 isn't that rangeful, but then you take like what, 1, 2, like you take like a big leap forward. There's some more of these things over here. And it's a way to get through the swamp more quickly too. And the follow-up R2 on this, as I pointed out before, has a lot of range. How do you say his name? Rivextron? Not sure. Finally, we got poison. So he's in white, not pure white, so I can't really show him that coin. So he hasn't been through here before. Yeah, he's got magic. There's another mosquito. Oh, don't want to fall. This part is a pain, as you saw me struggle through yesterday. Although it's a lot easier. Oh, I fell. Hopefully he's okay up there. I'm glad I didn't die, because if you fall from way up there, you do die. As I think I pointed out. Well, we'll have to make do down here. And take out some of the slugs and the mosquitoes for him. Seems to be holding his own pretty well. He's in white tendencies, so these enemies have less health and do less damage. We'll wait for him down here. Well, he's not coming, huh? Got him. Okay, he's got that down with his magic. It's interesting the different coughs, the different voice profiles have. So let's not die like we did last time I was co-oping this. I'll let him go first, in fact. Because the camera is so weird here, and how bright my character is. It can be hard to see the platform. And from here, you can go over here, yeah. Try to cast God's Wrath to take a bunch out if we can. That works. That is so useful. There's so many slugs. I think they're all dead. He must be doing something with his equipment. Oh, we want the poison resist. Alright, that out of the way just leaves the Shantytown, pretty much. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I guess I feel like when I'm co-oping, depending on what I'm doing and like if I have communication with the player or not, I tend to be the kind of phantom that prefers to stick with the host to make sure, because I feel like my duty, because I know there's some phantoms and I know some friends of mine who tend to just try to run off and fight the enemies themselves. I have the opinion that at least if I'm co-oping a level with somebody, I like to let me put on the Thief's Ring here. Get away. I tend to have the opinion that if I'm co-oping a level with somebody, I'd like to do the level together and not just have one person do it for me. And I prefer to stick with the host to make sure that, you know, I protect them is kind of what I was saying. But like, it's maybe a little bit different. Oh, you wanna get the what's it called, man? Oh, that guy killed me. You want to go get the shortcut, man. Come this way. Oops. He definitely wants to get that shortcut. Come over here. Yeah, come this way. Yeah, he seems to know what he's doing. That firestorm might have been an accidental. I feel like he might have did that on accident because that was unnecessary. Nice. Bleezy Slim. What a name. But I've co-opted with players who tend to just run ahead, and like a host will summon a phantom, and the phantom will just run ahead, or I'll summon a phantom and they'll just basically and sometimes they get themselves killed. But irregardless, I feel like if I'm gonna do a level in co-op, I want to do the level together with the player I summoned, or the player that summoned me. So if when I co-op, it seems like I'm like maybe I don't know. That's just, I guess I just am explaining how I approach things. Should we take those guys out down there? He doesn't. I don't think he really cares. A lot of people. I mean, really, honestly, fighting 4 of those giant depraved ones for 3 stones of femoral eyes is not worth it because you're probably gonna die, especially if you're in body form. Oops. Nice. Here we go. Dirty Colossus in co-op. Man, we're just wrecking him. Oh, he's super weak to fire. He's dead. He's dead. The guy casts Firestorm and it's all over. Yeah, Dirty Colossus is very weak to fire. Cool. Oh, well, that was a nice co-op session. A little bit longer, but this is a pretty big level. But now we can go back and continue to get the Stonefang into pure black. I guess let me know what you guys think. If, when you're co-oping, do you prefer to stick with the host? Or do you like to sort of clear out the enemies for the host to ensure their safety? I guess I can see both sides to it. But I guess the way I like to do it is to make sure the host is safe, especially if there's an invader. Or if the host were to get invaded. Yeah, now it's definitely darker than Latria. Or, not Latria, Boletaria. Well, it is darker than Latria, but that's not what I meant. How much time do we have left here? I'll try putting my sign down for the first part of the valley because this is a much shorter level. Because I feel like if I get summoned for... If I were to get summoned for this 5-2 again, I wouldn't have enough time for the... to do that whole level in co-op, and I would rather not have to cut the episode in the middle of a session. So we'll try for a little bit here, and if not, we'll maybe go to Shrine of Storms. Shrine of Storms is pretty short, 4-2. It's kind of, it's actually, you know, I don't mean this in any, there's nothing wrong. But this is nostalgic for me in a lot of ways because the first time I played these games, Demon's Souls, I didn't know anybody else personally that played these games, so every time I did co-op or PvP, it was always with people online that, for the most part, at least at first, I had little or no communication with, and you didn't have voice chat on the PS3, you could only send messages, and that's how I met a lot of players, and man, it's funny to think about it, but back in the day, you know, in 2011, 2012, that's what I did. That's what we did to when we co-opted. We would find each other's names and send each other text messages through the messaging app on the PS3. And we'd literally have a chat box that you could open up in the background. On the PS3, it was nice because you could still see. Well, you can do it on here on the PS5. I can hit the control center, and I can send quick messages. But if I want to open up the actual text box, I have to go into the menu. Now we have apps, so I can just use my phone. But yeah, on the PS3, I could just pull up and send messages. But it was like before I had a keyboard plugged into my PS3, I would have to like type out everything with the controller, and you could only send like X amount of characters in one message on the PS3. So but we would have full conversations basically, like when we were co-oping to try to like get through a level. But it's very different to co-op with somebody that you can't directly communicate with than it is to co-op with somebody that you're in a live party chat with and you're talking to them in real time, so you can coordinate much more easily. And it's nice to go back to co-oping with strangers. And I'm having in this version, I can't, it doesn't show me players met recently, so if I want to message them, I have to like search their name and message them. And a lot of players these days don't accept private messages from random players, so it's like some of them you can't even interact with or contact at all, which is, it's kind of cool. And something that I think Matthew Matosis brought up in one of his Demon's Souls videos was where Miyazaki got the idea for this sort of co-op, because online games prior to this were mostly like you were in a lobby and you would join, and then other players would queue up into that lobby, and then you would get placed into the game. But the way in which Miyazaki came up with the idea for the online interaction with these games, which revolutionized gaming, in my opinion, or at least changed online gaming for the future, was he was in a car jam or something where his car was stuck, and it was there was like a big line of cars that were stuck on a hill, and they couldn't get up the hill for whatever reason, so everybody got out and helped push the cars up the hill. And that encounter really left a deep impression on him, to the point where he because it was like these people, without knowing each other, gave each other assistance, and then they got back in their cars and drove away and never really heard from each other again. And he thought, like, what would it be like to get help from somebody that you don't know and you maybe never see them again? So the game deliberately not allowing you to contact each other, and well, they do allow, but like within the game itself, there's the only form of communication you have are the gestures, which in Demon's Souls OG there was only like, I think, 6 gestures. We're not getting anything here. Let's try in this level. We're getting a little bit low, just a little bit short on time. If I don't get something relatively soon, I'll probably cut it and just start another episode doing some more co-op back in the valley again, in the swamp. But yeah, I thought that was an interesting story and a unique approach to games, and I like that because it it lends itself to the... Oh wow, that was pretty quick. The fact that without knowing somebody, you're willing to help them, and it makes you feel more part of a larger community and like working towards the greater good. But at the same time, they added the ability to do the opposite, to go in and invade, which I think is a nice balance to it, and the player can play the role, and that's what a good role-playing game is, I think. This guy's got a nice mustache. WDRK. Wonder what that's... what that stands for. Let's, hopefully he's not New Game Plus, which looks like he is. My bad. And what, oh, he's in Pure Black tendency. Maybe that's why. Maybe it's not New Game Plus, but he's definitely in, Got him. No, he's not in New Game Plus. I don't think. Because I only got 3,000 souls from that. But we definitely want a stronger weapon for this. And we'll want this shield. Dang it. Those things are annoying. I seem to recall being able to hit them more easily. That didn't hit him? Man. I feel like I should be hitting these things. I guess not. That didn't hit him. There we go. Let's take out this archer. Okay. Now that some of those storm beasts are down, I used up all my light arrows. And that axe is nice. I trade hits with it, but it does some nice damage. And we're gonna want to put back on. Sorry, dude. Oh, I thought I was blocking his way. Ooh. Oh. Should have had the hammer. I should have had the hammer. That axe is strong, but right there it wasn't ideal. Well, alright guys, I think that's gonna do it for this episode. I have just little enough time that I feel like if I got summoned, I wouldn't have enough time. So I hope you enjoyed this. You know, I guess a break from PvE, doing some more, well, doing some co-op, so co-op PvE. But I guess not in my game necessarily. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts about anything I was talking about in the comments below. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one. Umbasa.